some nice vision here. Throwing down those scans on both bases, and we are taking up to the hive, just about finished. There we go. And a lot of corruptors underway, which again leads me to believe that we are going to see some sort of Broodlord tech, which I would love to see. But we do have we are starting to see more of an air presence with the Vikings, as you often see with a Terran player. So we could just be sticking with the corruptors as well. Maybe a little both. We have the Mutalisks. A lot of air battle going on here. A lot of creep tumors are going down as well. Nice spreading of the creep, trying to continue that in the outward way, and there they go, yes. Creep does actually spread faster with the more tumors you have, so it's nice to use them, especially if you have how many queens now? You have 8 queens. Might as well use those creep tumors in mass. This hatchery is up and ready, and surprise, surprise, a queen is coming out. So we're already going to be up to 9 queens when that queen is finished. And the Terran player just continuing to take down these destructible rocks. Get his old gold expansion as well. Just a pretty big macro game at this point. Not too much action, but at some point, I would imagine, since this is StarCraft, that they will clash again. That's just my gut instinct at this point in time in this game. Nice linking up the creep there. If you're really OCD, this is probably why I'm not a Zerg player. You'd probably just want to creep everything together. I'd get really annoyed if the creep was not connected. But we do have some people coming in here, and they're going to take out those creep tumors. A lot of Hellions and Marines as well. Vikings just going to make sure nothing in the way of Mutalisks come in to end this. Even scanning to take down these ones to further push back the creep. Very nice by the Terran player as well. And we'll see, we do have 1 spine crawler. Lots of queens coming in here. And they, you can see that they did get that nice blue upgrade for the Hellion, doing extra damage. Always scary if you're a Zerg player. And this all of a sudden looks pretty scary if I was a Terran player. But we do have, how many Broodlords do we have out here now? We have 5 Broodlords, we got 3 Corruptors, and we have a lot of Mutalisks, and even Queens, which is, that's going to be a scary combination here. So, are they going to engage? We shall see. Here we go. Nope, going back, falling back. Here we go. So big engagement going down here. Broodlords flying in, taking a quick look at the queens. Are they transfusing? There is some transfusing going on, perhaps. Yes, the queens are transfusing each other, keeping themselves alive, while those Broodlords just tear apart everything else. And wow, they made quick work of that Terran army here. Sadly, the queens are just so slow when they're off of creep. But you know what, Broodlords, they ain't too fast either, so they'll just mosey their way over to the Terran base, perhaps. Not quite sure where they're going at this point. They'll hold the middle. Who needs the watchtowers? Not I, says the Zerg player. I will hold the middle instead. But that command center is going down at the gold expansion for the yellow Terran player. Just taking a quick look around their base here. Producing more Vikings, more Hellions. Sticking to this heavy Viking, Hellion, Marine army. Kind of an interesting choice. And this is pretty air-heavy, interesting choice army with the Queens slowly but surely going to make it over to the Terran base one of these days. They do get that Zelnaga tower, and we'll see where they go. I do not believe the orange player is aware of the gold expansion yet for the Terran player. But we'll just move right in. Maybe not. Gotta wait for the rest of the army to come in. But they are engaging. Some of the air units are, at least. The Queens will get there eventually. And the Terran player should really use his mobility to his advantage at this point. But the Broodlords are coming in. We're just going to force them back. Queens perhaps retreating? No, it's when you make a... the Queens are just so slow. But that's alright. Transfusing those Broodlords is very nicely done. It's just so hard to deal with transfusion when you have you got your 7 Queens here transfusing. And just keeping those things alive, and this looks to be the end of this expansion here. Unless there's any sort of response from the Terran player, but the Vikings are just going to sit back, just going to let the expansion fall. And the Queens look like they're going to slowly move into this base here. Transfusing that Broodlord, very nice transfusion, just not letting anything die. And as soon as you say that, some Broodlords fall, but just look at the health here, just popping right back up to full. cannot take down anything. Sadly, the Queens can't get in to try to, they can only do so much to the Vikings unless they're all in there. And here they continue to fight. These Broodlords, they've just been around forever here. That they did take down another Broodlord, but at what cost? This Viking still holding out. Got to take down that Viking, but sadly the Broodlord does fall. As it looks like they have all you. Wow, all the Queen's energy is just so low at this point. Just excellent transfusions going down there. More Corruptors fly in, and they're just gonna say screw it and turn into Broodlords right in the base. But Terran is trying to hold this off, landing the Vikings to take down these Queens. And I do believe it's going to be close if the Terran can get rid of these Queens. He does, and should take... I'd say lift off these Vikings at this point and have Marauders take care of that. You got to take care of these Broodlords. And a couple of them are going to pop out and do some damage, but the Vikings will be able to take care of them. But wow, I did not think Terran was going to be able to hold it off at that point. But, so he does eventually. There. Okay, eventually killing that Broodlord. But while all that was happening, wow, a lot of minerals building up for the orange player. Some Zerglings coming out. I'm going to take a quick look at the units as well. Corruptors are out. And we do have 4 Queens and just a whole bunch of Zerglings. And the Terran player not doing too well either in the army, but does have the Vikings. And going to be able to control that air at this point because of only the 3 Corruptors. I do believe that, yeah, it did look like Broodlords are going to continue to morph in at this point. But right now, it's not looking too good for the Zerg player. It'll just have to depend on how aggressive the Terran is at this point in time. And those Broodlords, as soon as they do come out, which I do believe they are now, as soon as we get messy, those Zerglings are going to be wiped up very quickly. Going for an expansion as well, but might be losing this gold expansion. This Queen is not going to be able to hold this off. Let's see, we do have some drones are not going to be able to help that out. And yeah, so there are the Broodlords. They will slowly make their way over, but even holding back these Zerglings for this point, and this hatchery is going to fall. But in come the Broodlords, and at this point nothing can shoot up, which is bad if you're a Viking on the ground. They are going to get up, and that's actually a pretty nice combination there. Able to take out those Vikings as they rise from the land. Hellions fleeing back to their base, and we'll see if we're going to have a counter-attack here, or if Zerg is just going to hang around. Again, Broodlord's so slow, but obviously not as slow as Queens off of creep. I don't think that's got to be the slowest thing in the entire game. And again, basing that off of no knowledge whatsoever of actual speeds of the Queen off the creep. Continuing to pump out those Vikings as well. But in come the Broodlords, and this Corruptor is going to kind of try to protect these Broodlords as these little broodlings, these cute little guys. Try to do as much damage as possible to these buildings. Vikings coming in, Corruptors, instead they are deciding to flee, but no, they will fight the Vikings. And at this point in time, we do have Marines backing them up, which should be of use. They are going to, of course, have to focus down the Broodlords if they want to have any chance of holding on to the base here. Corruptors very nicely taking down those Vikings as well. More Vikings coming out, but I'm not sure. They're going to need to have more of a Marine. The Corruptor count is getting low here, so eventually Vikings, in theory, break through these Corruptors here, but even now, it's only one more Viking coming out. Honestly, this is looking really bad. He is opting to hold back for now, which might be a good choice with the Vikings. He's going to need to get a good amount of Vikings to deal with these Corruptors, but he is coming in. Looks like he did focus down that injured Corruptor, and the Corruptors are going to fall back, but here comes the reinforcements, and that is the GG. So very nice Broodlord play, especially that first very strong push with the mass Queens was very entertaining as well. It's a couple GGs, but we're still in the game. Nobody has left the game yet, so we'll just watch as they destroy everything. I'm assuming that I don't know. You gotta love the GG and then the continuing the fight. I'm not sure if that was yeah. Okay, the certified's just gonna keep going. He's like, good game, but let's keep it going for old time's sake here. Yeah. Continuing to get the gold going there. Anyways, so thank you everybody for watching. I'll keep going through this for now, just in case anything crazy happens. GG has been called, but I guess that doesn't mean anything until you actually leave the game. But thank you everybody for watching this very slow ending. I wonder if we're gonna have to go through every single building here. I will finish it if need be. I will go and watch till the very last building falls. 3 Marines could turn the tide of the battle. It's quite possible. Yellow certainly does have a lot of income still, so it's going to land that factory. I just don't understand, you know, the G. Okay, so they're going to... He knows he's defeated, but he just wants to be a jerk, apparently. Certified jerk. No, I shouldn't be calling this guy a jerk. He is fighting to the bitter end, just after he called a GG. Flying to the island over here. Always a nice move after the GG is called. And yeah, so I guess we'll continue on here. A little replay of things as we still have a few minutes left in this game. So, okay, more Broodlords coming in. Muling down some more into the gold expansion. So, I mean, interestingly enough, yeah, that's going to put yellow quite far ahead in the income there. And sure, why not throw down some starports? Let's just forget that whole GG thing ever happened. And we'll just keep going, you know. That's alright. Because, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that, folks. Kind of a pet peeve, the GG transitioning into running away and then rebuilding from the island here, even getting the SCVs out. Luckily, Reticent has scouted this out, so probably not the best place to run to if you are the Terran player, right under the Overlord. But I guess, you know, if you think you got a fighting chance, he's going to go. He's going to pump out those Vikings, completely mine out this gold expansion, not something you see every day either. Throw up some barracks, and we'll see if he lifts out of here. But this massive orange is going to come in here. I don't even think he got any Vikings out at that point. No, he still just got... He didn't get the Vikings. Okay, now he's left. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching that game. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. See you guys later.